Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I've got a infill and design for you. It's a build gel infill, of course, as always. This client set you will have seen on my channel recently in the last few weeks because I do film every set I do on this client. She is one of my YouTube clients. So I'm just removing the previous design. I'm using the 5-in-1 bit from Willow Academy. This bit is amazing at getting off the previous design. It's nice and tapered at the top as well, so it makes getting around the side walls quite easy as well. Mainly just because my purple willow bit is basically blunt at this point. I need to get a new one. So yeah, just removing the previous design. You can see a bit of staining here. It's just tint because, as I've mentioned in previous videos, this client is a beauty therapist. So obviously that explains that. She does lashes and brows and all that fun stuff. So yeah, just taking off the previous design, using this bit to take down the length as well, because this is brilliant for taking down length. I'm not really keen on my purple willow bit for doing that, because it is a little bit too coarse, whereas this one is much easier for that as well, so that's helpful. So yeah, just going to do that and then we'll let you watch this bit and then I will come back when it is the next step. So once I've finished taking off the previous design, I'm now going to go in with my cuticle bit. This is the Anastasia bit from Willow Academy again. And I'm just using this around the cuticle area to push back the cuticles and also make sure there's no dead skin on the nail plate that's going to affect my application and create lifting. And then once I've done this, I will go in with a sanding band to get rid of, well, again, any excess, anything on the nail plate, rough up the surface to make sure it's ready for the gel to adhere to. And then I will also just quickly go around the free edge with a hand file and just tidy up the shape a little bit. So once I've done that, I will come back to carry on the voiceover because obviously I've just explained what I'm going to do and you can see what I'm doing. So yeah. So I'm now just going in with my base coat. The base coat that I'm going to be using is Super Base from Gel Perfection. I've mentioned it a million times, and if you use them you'll already know, but they are closing down, so you won't be able to get their products for much longer. At the point of me doing this voiceover, you still can at the moment, but you won't be able to like much longer afterwards, so you might watch this video and not be able to find anything. So I'm just using this to apply as a base coat. I'm using Super Base because I just find the adhesion of it is absolutely brilliant. First Base is also great, which is their other like normal base coat that isn't a rubber base coat. But I like Super Base because it's a bit thicker, so it doesn't run, and it's just, yeah, it's good strength wise as well, so why not. So yeah, I'm just popping that on in a nice thin coat, making sure to get down near the skin but not touching, and then also making sure to cap the free edge and cap like the side wall free edge, if that makes sense as well. Like sometimes it's easy to forget to cap the actual sides and you just do the very tip. And then once I've done that, I will go in with Builder Gel. So this time I'm using Blush Builder Gel from Gel Perfection. I do have all of their colours. Sorry about that. The only colour I'm not really keen on is Marshmallow. That's just because it's a bit more sheer. Obviously that's good if you want a sheer one, but I don't really use sheer ones, to be honest. Most of my clients use the Builder Gel as their base colour. I'm really sorry if I sound out of breath, by the way. I'm literally marching on the spot to get my steps in for the day because it's raining outside, so I'm not going to be able to get, well, I would get a walk in if I wanted to walk in the rain, but I don't, so I'm doing it on the spot in my living room instead. So yeah, just using my liner brush here just to manoeuvre the gel to where I want it, to get the apex where I want it, and also make sure that I get it right up to the cuticle area and side walls, but without having to use the big bulky brush to accidentally cover the skin in gel. So I think I only did 2 nails with the Builder Gel on camera, just because obviously it's very repetitive and you don't need to watch the same thing over and over. You can see what I'm doing. I'm putting a slip layer down and then a little blob at the cuticle area, and then just using my striper brush to put it exactly where I want it. This just makes it really, really smooth and prevents me from having to finish file or anything before I do the design, and the design goes on super nice and smooth. There's no lumps and bumps or anything. The application is just flawless when you do it this way, instead of having to do it messy just to basically sort it out afterwards with a file when it's secured. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. I do 1 nail at a time when it's really warm in my room, or 2 at a time if I'm feeling daring. So I do the pinky, pop that one into the lamp, and then do the opposite hand pinky, and so on. So I'm just going in with the design now. This is Bubblegum, also from Gel Perfection. I'm just applying this in like a squiggly way. It's like a French, but not a French, if that makes sense. It's like a swirly sort of French abstract we'll go with. So I'm just creating the shape with my liner first, and then basically filling in the gap with some more product on my brush when I've done that. Obviously not too thick as it won't cure. And that's just a nightmare, so just prevent that. So I'm just doing that on all of the nails. I'm going to do them all slightly different, same sort of like style on them all, but all just different, so they're not exactly the same on each. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go in with Glamour Gel from Brill Bird, and I think off the top of my head it was number 9, which is like a really bright pink, and it goes with Bubblegum really well. We're going to use that to outline these shapes, and then we're going to go in with Powder Pink, which probably looks white on camera. I haven't seen it yet, but it is really, 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 really pale pink. Obviously not quite as bright as white, and I'm using that to do some shapes. So we're going to do some love hearts, just the simple dotted method again, 2 dots and then bring them to a point at the bottom, and then some actual dots with the powder pink colour and also with the Brill Bird Glamour Gel as well, just to bring it all together, and then top coat, finish file, and that's it for this set. So I'll let you watch the rest of the video without me huffing and puffing in the background. Thank you so much for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back soon with another one. Bye!